I said that Renegade #1 taught me some lessons, but quite honestly, people have been teaching me the same lesson before when I was younger. I just didn't listen to it. You know, I remember one of my buddies back in Russia, like when people were criticizing me, I was getting all angry, all pissed off, ready to fight. I was thinking if I was big and strong, somebody says something I don't like, I kill the motherfucker. I always had that type of mentality. But that guy, he was actually 15, 16 years old at that time. And people were making fun of him, whatever, saying some bullshit to him. And he's like, yeah, I'm like that. He just didn't care. He just didn't let things bother him. But me, I just was not able to do it. It was always hard for me to not let things bother me. Because I was thinking, you know what? If other people, I was thinking about things like that. Let's say about women, for example. I was looking at things like this. For men, pussy is like a gain. For women, dick is like a gain. So if you get all the money, if you get all the bitches, you're better than other people. I was always thinking that. That's why I kind of understand the psychology of Elliot Rodger. It always made sense to me. I just didn't want to go that extreme route because of my fear of death. But like I said, Elliot Rodger always made sense to me. You know? So I would say it makes sense if you worse than everybody else. Misery likes company, and to compensate for your suffering, there's nothing wrong with hurting other people. Like that used to make logical sense to me. But the thing of that is, honestly, the thing of that, even though it makes logical sense, but you know, in life it's not just about getting things. Just like Renegade #1 said, it's not all about getting things. You know, it's also all about getting things which are for you. You know, because you may get the most beautiful woman and still you can be unhappy. You can get all the money in the world and still be unhappy. See, also, I remember one of my buddies, my black friend. I remember him at low point of his life back in 2010. Don't worry, girl, I'm not gonna kill you. I know what I'm doing. So back in 2010, he was crying. He was super unhappy. He had financial problem, all of that. And I'm looking at him like, man, he's been with so many women. He can get women just like that. And he told me, you know what, Emil? It's not about getting pussy. It's all about personal satisfaction. See, even him said that. I mean, yeah, I think that the reason why we want to get things and do things and all of that, why we want to get all the women and all the money and the nice cars, nice things, not only because society pushes us for that, not only because we see it, but also experience. We want to experience things. And if you don't have ability to get something you want, you get mad and you get upset because you feel inferior, because you want to have these experiences. You don't want to feel like you're depraved from these experiences. That's why we want these things. But when you learn things in life, you realize that it's not all about just getting a woman. It's also all about getting a woman which is good for you. It's not all about getting a car or house. It's all about getting things which you like and what's right for you. And the reason why we're so unhappy is because we feel depraved, because we think that, you know, other people are getting things and we're not, and therefore we are inferior to these people who get things we want and we don't get because we don't have whatever it takes to get these things. And then people who don't have something which they want to get the things they want, they feel miserable, they complain, they are called CFLers or incels in America. In other places, they just people who cannot get what they want. And then people give them advice, how to live your life, how to be, how to act, thinking that that's going to help. But the truth is, and in Russia, people used to tell me the truth. That's why I think that, you know, people used to say, you know what, just focus on work, focus on yourself. There is no size fits at all thing. You just do you and live the best you can. Find your happiness. Because all the advice people giving you, it sounds like this. You know what? Here's how you can get pussy. Here's how you can get money. Just don't be yourself, pretty much. Because if you're gonna be yourself, if you're gonna be your true self, you may be a TFLer and you may be incel. And when people gonna be giving you advice and people gonna be trying to help you, all the advice gonna give you, be this artificial, superficial person, not be yourself. And that's the reason why all the CFLers and incels, they refuse to get this advice. Because it goes against of who they are. And that's why the only advice I can give these people, stop complaining and do something which makes you feel good, do something which makes you happy. And that's why, you know, like Renegade number one's been saying that, you know what, he doesn't like this Western society. He said that Western society, with all the slogans, take everything out of life and all of that, it's bullshit. But the funny thing, even growing up in Russia, I was kind of getting that type of Western narcissistic influence by watching TV. So, yeah, this Western mentality is detrimental for you because it promotes narcissism and all of that. But at the same time, the thing of that is, some people like it, you know. Some people like to be narcissistic. Some people like beautiful things like cars and all of that. And that's why I don't agree with SBN lifestyle and Rrgegade number one. Because see, minimalism is good for some people, but it's not good for everybody. Being vegetarian and eating healthy and eating right is good for some people, but it's not good for everybody. See, me, I have that narcissistic tendencies in me, so I kind of like it, even though it may be not good for me because I'm not the biggest, I'm not the strongest, and all of that. But you know, like even though I've been deprived from all these things because those people used to tell me, but you know, sometimes have beautiful things, live in a nice place, not caring about other people, being arrogant, being selfish, For some people, that could be happiness, you know. That's the only thing I don't agree with Rrgegade #1 and SBN lifestyle with. Like, I agree with all pill philosophy and all of that, but when it comes to narcissism, I don't agree with these people personally. Because, see, for some people, that could be happiness. Some people may like luxurious lifestyles, beautiful things. They like things in excess in some areas. And when people tell them there is wrong for you to be like that, people get angry. This is the only thing which I may not agree with SBN lifestyle and Rrgegade #1. But everything else I do agree with these people though. I do. You know. And like I said, I was born a Sigma male and I have a woman who actually encourages that in me. You know, you're talking about women and all of that, but you know, like there are some women who actually encourage males to be Sigma males. There are women out there who tell the man, don't worry about what other people think, you don't care about what other people think. You know, you just have to find those type of women, you know. That's why, like, yeah, majority of women are like that in America, I guess, but that's why me, I know that I'm not going to be able to be with a lot of American women. So I know that I'm not going to be able to even be with a lot of Russian women. So, end of the day, in the end of the day, it's not about where you're from. It's all about who you are. Yes, of course, where you're from, sorry, kind of puts constraints on you. Like, for example, where you're from affects the way you think. It affects the way you interact with people and things like that, obviously. Because clearly people in America, they don't think, they don't interact with people like I do. Maybe being where you're from affects how you do things. Just like your DNA perhaps affects how you do things. Because some people can work fast, some people cannot, some people are tall, some people are short. Different society, favors different types of people. Like, for example, in America, they like white, tall guys who work fast, and I'm not that. So obviously, for American women, I'm not going to be the most desirable man. But that's why we should leave TFLers to themselves alone, and that's why nobody should feel bad about who they are. People shouldn't feel bad about who they are no matter what. Even if they're not popular or whatever. They were born to stand out. They were not born to fit in. So when you're trying to fit in, you're only going to get yourself in trouble. So that's why I'm learning in my life, being 34 years old, of not caring what people think, not caring what people say, not sharing my problems with people. Because everything I learn is bullshit. And when people say you have to live that way, you have to think that way, you have to act that way, no, you don't. Because when I'm going in the world, when I'm seeing all kinds of different ways of life, I'm learning that, you know what? There is actually no right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. So why should I make myself miserable because I cannot get things? And getting things is not what makes you happy. Getting right things is what makes us feel good and makes us happy. See? And the other day, one of my buddies was telling me, you know what, you shouldn't believe it this way, what people do to this and that. People always do that, but that's a trap. And I'm learning now, not caring what people say, not caring about what people think, and not sharing my business with other people. And that's probably the best thing I can do. Just mind my business, do what I want to do, make decisions I want to make, and know that whatever I learn, it's all bullshit. And that's the truth. See, and that's another thing is Renegade #1 been talking about. Whatever you've been learning in school, whatever people used to tell me, they told you a bunch of bullshit. Yep. And I agree with that. It could be different bullshit about different things. From his background, it was one bullshit. From mine, it's different. You know, I learned different type of bullshit, not the what he learned about, but it's still the same thing. Like, I've been indoctrinated with this Zionist and Satanist type of stuff, you know, about Jewish people. I've been indoctrinated in the belief that, you know what, because I'm not a normal person, I have to kiss up to society, so I have to be a savior. And I don't have to not care about material things. But it's all really indoctrination too, you know, because like, for some people, they're happy when they get beautiful things, beautiful cars, you know. So, yes, I agree that, you know, you shouldn't be a slave of the system. But at the same time, if you want to play the system because you want to live more upscale life, why not? And also look at Renegade #1. He was so against the system, so all for minimalism, and he ended up taking his life. So, yes, perhaps you shouldn't be selling yourself to devil, selling your soul to devil for money. But at the same time, life is all about work. Life is all about doing things. Life is all about making money to get beautiful things. And there's nothing wrong with that because, see, life is all about survival of the fittest. It's all about giving life to a new generation. It's all about making money. And the reason why making money is good is because money is your worth, you know? So there's nothing wrong with dying because we're all gonna die one day. But it's all about living up to a purpose and making money on your terms and living how you wanna live and not caring about other people. But still, making money is important because if you don't make money, you don't get pussy and you say, you know what, I don't want these things. It's like really being a loser in a way because you pretty much giving up and you just being a rebel for no cause. And I say you should be a rebel, but you should be a rebel for a good cause. And you shouldn't rebel everything. You should only rebel stuff which you personally don't agree, but stuff which you agree, you shouldn't rebel with. So it's all about getting in whenever you fit in. So, and making money on your terms. And yes, still getting all these beautiful things and life, doing things like that. And it's all about not letting anyone to tell you what's right, what's wrong, and tell you how to live your life. Because like Paul Sartre said, help others, and there's really no right or wrong. And whatever you're gonna allow to subdue yourself, to what other people say is right or wrong, this is where you're gonna lose. Me, I wanna live my life how I want, because I know that if I don't do that, I'm gonna feel depressed, and I'm gonna feel like my life is over, you know. But at the same time, I feel like I'm just gonna be doing me no matter what, and doing whatever makes me happy, even if other people think that it's bullshit. Thanks, Renegade number one, for that truth. And, and I'm out. I'm about to go home, have a quick snack, and go work some more. Drive some more. I wish I would be doing driving, but hey, the universe has its ways. I feel like I'm learning some lessons, so I'm not gonna complain. And now I'm making these videos, driving, just to piss all these haters off. I know they're gonna leave the comments that I shouldn't be doing drinking and driving, shouldn't be doing what I'm doing, it's dangerous. Well, fuck these people, and comments of that nature is gonna get deleted. It's not dangerous, and I'm just proving the point right now as we speak. So you can leave all your stupid comments, and as a result, you're gonna get blocked and your channel will be deleted. And your comments will be deleted. And fuck YouTube and its owners who never terminated the account of the real PewDiePie. And I know they never will do it, because I know that they look at me like I'm an enemy. Well, I'm the way of life and I'm the way of truth. And of course I'm gonna be an enemy of these Satanists. But I wanna be an enemy of these people, because maybe the purpose of my life is to make the world a better place and to save the world from Zionist oppression, just like I rapped years ago. And now I'm saying, thanks for watching and I'm out. All the best to you guys. Peace out. Later.